So it's important to remember that your manifestation is already yours and your manifestation wants you to. Hello gorgeous souls, and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today's video is the last video of 2024. Can you believe it? Another year has gone past and we are ready to welcome in our most abundant year yet in 2025. So as you may have seen on my channel over the last few weeks, I have done a little mini series of videos to help you prepare, reset, rejoice, and realign for 2025. So this is the third video of the series. I will link below my winter solstice ritual and also my end of year review, as I would highly recommend doing those first before we do our new year intentions. But today's video is all about new year and what rituals I would recommend you do on new year to welcome in your most abundant year yet. And also I want to give you a little update on practices that I've done over the last few years, which I would 100% recommend doing, and also whether these have worked in my life. But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach, 3 times best-selling manifestation author, law of attraction YouTuber, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Spiritual Queen's Badass Podcast. And here on my channel, I cover all things manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you're going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here on my channel over the last 10 years. So with New Year upon us, we also have a very exciting energy to work with. So on the 30th of December, it is the new moon in Capricorn, which is the second new moon of December here in 2024. And it's really exciting because the new moon in Capricorn is arguably one of the best times of the year to set your intentions for the year ahead. And it so happens to fall the day before New Year's Eve. So traditionally on New Year's Eve, I will do my manifesting rituals and my intention setting for the year ahead. And I'm still planning to do that on the 31st because the new moon energy will be around a couple days before and a couple of days afterwards. So even if you were to set your intentions on the 31st or the 1st of January, you'll still be able to experience the magic of this new moon. And I really recommend working with this new moon just because of how potent the energy is with it. And it's the perfect way to welcome in your new year and set your beautiful intentions for the year ahead. And just a friendly reminder as well, from the 1st to the 5th of January 2025, I will be hosting my 7th annual free New Year Manifesting Challenge. It's completely free, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I am so excited to bring this to over 3,000 of you once again and help you welcome in the new year, as well as set powerful intentions for the year ahead. So if you would like some extra support with this, it's a completely free challenge. I'll link it down below and you can come and join us. And as I mentioned, before we dive into what we're going to set as our intentions for the new year, it's really important that you've wrapped up 2024, released it, and also have that clarity moving forwards of what you'd like to call in this year. So I would really recommend doing that end of year review first of all, completely free video here on my YouTube, to be able to have that clarity for this video. So let's dive into our new year manifesting ritual then. So first of all, it's really important to set the space, set the scene. So of course we want to be intentional, devotional, and sacred with our new year ritual. So grab a cup of your favorite drink, grab your festive snacks, grab a cup of Prosecco, mulled wine, eggnog, whatever feels good to you. A cup of tea, it would be for me. And create the space. Make sure you're not going to be disturbed throughout the duration of your ritual and just have this sacred time for yourself. You're more than welcome to do this exercise with your loved ones or your friends around you, but just make sure that you're really taking the time to romanticize this and to make it an enjoyable ritual for yourself. So you may want to spray some aura spray or some ethically sourced white sage or Palo Santo to just clear the energy and reset the energy in your space where you're actually doing your ritual. So I'll spray it around myself normally and over my table or wherever I'm doing my ritual, just to really set the scene. I'll also grab my favorite crystals, my favorite crystal pen, and my favorite journal. So really just romanticize this moment for yourself and make sure it feels exciting to do this, because it is really exciting to be setting and envisioning your goals for the year ahead. So for step 1, you are going to grab any vision boards, manifestation boxes, goals lists or scripting that you have done throughout the year, or specifically on the 1st of January or the 31st of December last year. So anything you did to set your 2024 goals, I want you to go and find these, grab these if you can remember where they are, and we will be storing them somewhere intentional so we do remember where they are next year, so that you can go through each goal and intention and tick off what's happened, reflect on your goals for this year, and see what happened and celebrate that. And as much as it's exciting to reflect on what has manifested and really rejoice in that energy, it's also a great opportunity to reflect on maybe why something didn't manifest. And it's not a case of, being like, why didn't it manifest? But just gently inquire with yourself of, what do I feel I could have done differently? Or is that goal still in alignment with me here and now? And is that why it hasn't manifested? Because maybe it doesn't represent who I am here and now, or still feel like something I want to work towards. So with step one, it's really important to celebrate and reflect so that we can clear the energy of our 2024 intentions, but equally celebrate the manifestation and all the amazing work you did this year. And also, if you set a word for 2024 or a mantra, so a word you wanted to embody, I always recommend doing this. So if you did this with me last year, you more than likely did set a word. Just reflect on, did you embody that? So my word for 2024 was joy. So for me, I'm going to be reflecting on, how did that show up for me this year? Where do I feel like I really embodied joy? And where do I feel like I needed to improve maybe, or where I didn't feel joyful? What moments didn't feel like that embodiment of that word this year? So reflect on your word of the year as well, and also use this as an opportunity to start thinking about what word you would like to embody throughout 2025. And I have a New Year meditation that I'm going to link down below as well. Highly recommend doing this alongside this ritual. And the meditation will help you to gain clarity on what your word for 2025 could be. And when thinking about your word for the year, it's really important to think about, what would you like to experience? So if you're not sure and a word doesn't just pop to your mind straight away, think about, okay, well, what would I like to experience next year? What feelings or emotions or experiences would I like to embody? And see what word really shines through strongly for you. And also, backtracking is such a great tool here for getting clarity on your goals and intentions for the year. So if you're someone who really struggles to think about a list of goals automatically that you want to achieve, actually thinking about your word for the year can really help you to identify what those smaller goals are in that word. So say, for instance, you don't know what word to set for the year. Think about now with me, on the 31st of December in 2025, where would you like to be and what would you like to feel? And if that is joy or love or happiness, whatever it is, think about where you want to be and how you want to feel and backtrack from there. So if you want to feel joy, then is joy the word of the year for you? Is that what you'd like to embody? And then you can think about, okay, well, if I want to feel joy or happiness or love or peace, whatever it is, by the end of next year, what would I have to do throughout the next 12 months to achieve that goal? What would I have to do or embody or change to be able to be that embodiment of that vibration and energy? So sometimes it's quite good to work backwards, because then you can see what would need to change in your life to be the embodiment of that vibration or emotion. And another great prompt to ask yourself, which will be linked below with all the prompts that I mentioned in this little ritual, is, what action can I take over the next 3 months to make my success inevitable? So it's important to remember that your manifestation is already yours and your manifestation wants you to. So pick 3 manifestations that you'd really like to work on over the next 3 months, the first quarter of the year, and think about, okay, what action do I need to take with those 3 goals over the next 3 months to make my success inevitable? So step 2 is now to do some practical work to bring all of this amazing energy into your reality. And that might look like a vision board for the year. It might look like a goals list, a bit like a shopping list. That's how I personally love to set my goals for the year. It could be a visualization. You could work with the meditation that I've mentioned below to help plant those intentions in your energy, in your aura field. The possibilities are endless. And if you want some inspiration on practical ways you can set your intentions, then I will mention some that I do at the end of this video, but also in my free 5-day manifesting challenge. That is literally what we're going to be doing, setting intentions with some powerful tools. So please come and join us there if you want some extra support with that. And finally, once you've set your intentions, it's time to store them in a safe safe place where you will find them safely on the 31st of December 2025. So if you have had to look a little bit harder for your 2024 intentions, then I really recommend getting a manifestation box. This is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I store everything in there, so it helps me to let go because I'm not looking at it constantly, but it also means I have a sacred space and a sacred box with all of my manifestation goodness in it. So every quarter or halfway through the year, I'll go through my manifestation box and just clear it out, tick off what has happened, maybe give some focus to some goals that I want to focus on now if I've remembered that I've set that as an intention. So a manifestation box is just a beautiful way to, one, store your intentions, but secondly, to create that sacred space. So I put crystals in there, I spray it with aura spray, and just really have that beautiful little space in my world, in my home, where everything goes into and I can find it with ease, and then be able to sit and reflect on those beautiful intentions too. So make sure you store your 2024 intentions safely somewhere. And also, before you say goodbye to them in the box or wherever you're storing them for however long, it's really important to make a list of actions of what you can start taking action with or towards now. So don't just let these sit in your sacred box or wherever you're going to store them for 3-6 months and forget about them. Set reminders on your phone or in your diary to reflect and sit with these maybe every 3 to 6 months, and have check-ins with yourself so that you can reflect, realign and reset if necessary. And it's a great idea to do this quarterly because then you can create more quarterly goals or actions that you need to take from that space. So for me, I only focus on the first quarter, so January to March, and then come March at spring equinox, I will then set some intentions and actions for March to June until the summer solstice, then June to September in autumn equinox, and then September to December in the winter solstice. So this is a really great habit to get into, to again just remind yourself to give intention and give focus to your desires regularly throughout the year, but also so you can make sure everything still feels good and in alignment throughout 2025 too. So let me talk about 2 powerful rituals that I have done over the last 2 years. Now, if you have done my previous videos on New Year intentions, you will probably be familiar with these. And if you also watch TikTok, you're going to be familiar with these. So the first ritual that I started doing 2 years ago is a cinnamon ritual. And this is essentially where you get a trinket dish and put a coin in there. And this is all to do with Feng Shui. Sprinkle some ground cinnamon on your coin in your trinket dish. It needs to be ground cinnamon, not the sticks. Otherwise, this is not going to work. And then I stand at my front door with my front door open and I'm looking into my hallway and I'm stood on the outside, so on my front doormat, and I will on the 1st of January blow in the cinnamon into my hallway and set a money and abundance intention for the year ahead. Now I actually do this on the 1st of every month as well. This is a great Feng Shui tip, and oh my god, I believe this absolutely works. I've done this for 2 years now, so I have 2 years worth of data, and honestly, the money that's come to me, the abundance that's come to me is just next level. So 100% I'm continuing this, 100% I swear by it. And I know so many of you in my community do this too and absolutely swear by this cinnamon ritual. So cinnamon as a spice actually represents money, finances, and abundance. So this is why we use cinnamon in this ritual to do so. So I'd really recommend doing this. And I went one step extra. I got my now fiance to give me a coin so that it was money given to me, not my own coin that I was putting in there, just because that really for me resembled being given money more than anything. So I put that coin in there, put the cinnamon on there, blow it into my house. And it's really important that you don't hoover or clean up that cinnamon unless you have pets. Then obviously it's important to, because you don't want them eating it. But for me, you know, it's such small bits that I can't even see it on the floor anyway. So don't hoover it up for 24 hours. That is the Feng Shui rule of thumb here. But I swear by this. So do it on the 1st of January to welcome a new abundance and money throughout your 2025. And then you can also do it on the 1st of every month to set monthly intentions for money and abundance to come to you. And also another Feng Shui tip that I learned last year, I think it was, and we tried this and I absolutely think this works as well. Whether it's just belief, whether it's myth, who knows? But Feng Shui also teaches us that we shouldn't do any washing or cleaning on the 1st of January. Otherwise you're washing away and cleaning all the energy and all the intention that you have set for the year ahead. Now, I know that at some points you have to think, okay, what is actually superstition and, what is practicality? Because sometimes you do have to do the washing up on New Year's Day. But for us, we made a rule on the 1st of this year that we weren't going to do it. And I do think it worked. I mean, I'm never going to have the belief that you would wash away anything anyway. But for us, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it for a second year and see if this works. So give yourself the day off from any chores on the 1st of January as well, to again, let the energy sit, let the energy settle, and welcome in that abundance into your life. So you may have heard of the famous Grape Ritual over on TikTok. I first started doing this over 2 years ago now, and I absolutely swear by this. And here are my pictures of me doing this the first year and the second year under our kitchen table with Alex, my fiance, and Luna in tow. So eating 12 red grapes on New Year's Eve is a famous Spanish and Latin American tradition. Doing this ritual is said to bring luck for the person for the year ahead, with each grape representing one of the 12 months ahead. For me, I've adapted this ritual slightly, so the 12 grapes for me represent my 12 desires that I set on the 31st of December. And it is also said that if the person wears red, then they will attract the love into their life throughout that year. So this is why you can see Alex and myself sat in red under our table together, because I didn't want the universe getting confused. I was like, this love, this love. And since doing this, obviously we've bought our own house, we've got engaged. So, I 100% am sold with this, and I achieve every single one of my 12 goals each year, which is just wild to me. The only catch is you have to be sat under your table. I don't think it has to be your kitchen table, but I feel like I remember hearing this somewhere. So sit under your kitchen table at 11:59 with your 12 goals and your 12 red grapes, and you have 1 minute at 11:59 on New Year's Eve before it hits midnight New Year to eat those 12 grapes. So it roughly works out about 5 seconds per grape, which actually goes really, really quickly. And during that minute, I will be thinking about each of my goals as I'm eating those grapes. So each grape represents one of my 12 goals for the year ahead, and I'll be visualizing and thinking about that goal as if it's already here in my life. Now, this may seem like the most bizarre trend ever and ritual to do, but I am someone who loves trying this, and I've done this for 2 years in a row now, and literally cannot believe that I hit every single goal on these lists. So for me, this is an absolute no-brainer. I will 100% be doing it again this year. So will you be joining me at 11:59 this New Year's with your grapes? And for me this year, from doing it for the second time, and I'm about to do it for my third time, I manifested 4 things off my 12 goals within the first 11 days of 2024. So for me, this is an absolutely magnetic practice that I would 100% recommend you do. So what am I going to be doing this year for my New Year's ritual? So I'm definitely doing my cinnamon, as I've said. I'm definitely doing my grapes under the table, which is just the most funniest thing to do with your loved ones, and as like a little fun ritual, but it's so, so powerful. I'm also going to be creating yet again a gratitude board for 2024. So before I create my vision board, I'm going to create a gratitude board, which I'll put mine here as an example. This was my gratitude board for 2023. And I really loved doing this last year just because it's amazing and so much fun to create a vision board of what you want to manifest. But I think so much more powerful to create a vision board of what I actually did manifest the year before. So for me, it's just so amazing to reflect upon that, give gratitude and appreciation to all the things that I manifested this year, and have that visual reminder of you can manifest those things. Look how much you manifested. And I actually put this next to my vision board for 2024. So my gratitude board for 23 and my vision board for 24. And it just instantly made all my 2024 goals instantly more achievable and inevitable, because I had proof that all those things were happening and that I could manifest those things and how much I had manifested from the previous year. So that is a great vision board hack. If you struggle to believe that your vision board can be achievable, is actually put your gratitude board next to it so that you can see, I can do this. I am a manifester, and these things are going to happen this year because they already happened in the previous years. And I will also be creating a vision board for 2025 as well, and doing some scripting for the year ahead. I recently got back into scripting this year and I've absolutely loved it. I've done it for quite a few manifestations this year and seen it really powerfully work. So I'm definitely going to be doing a scripting exercise for the year of like how I want my year to look. And scripting is really important that you write it in present tense from the version of yourself on the 31st of December 2025. So that version of yourself writing back to us here and now in 2024, telling us all the things that have happened throughout the year and everything we have to look forward to. And don't forget that powerful new moon on the 30th of December. That new moon in Capricorn is going to be the perfect energy to set these powerful intentions and welcome in your best year yet. So don't forget to come and join me in my free 5-day manifesting challenge happening from the 1st to the 5th to help you set these aligned, amazing goals for the year ahead. And also the journaling prompts that I've mentioned throughout this little ritual are also typed out in the description below, so you can go and have a look at those for ease. But I just want to finish today's video by saying the biggest thank you for all your love, support and comments this year. I absolutely adore having this YouTube video and creating these videos for you for over 10 years now. And I just want to say the biggest thank you for watching these videos, for commenting, for liking, for sharing. Every single one of your comments, your interactions means the absolute world to me. So thank you for being here this year, and I'm so excited to help you manifest your dreams in 2025. But I hope you have the most abundant, aligned new year, whatever you are up to. Enjoy celebrating and welcoming in a brand new year. Let me know how you feel after doing this ritual below, and don't forget to check out those extra resources that I've mentioned as well. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching this year. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe because I'd love to see you again soon. Don't forget you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have the most amazing week and amazing new year, whatever you are up to, and I'm wishing you all the most healthy, happy, abundant and aligned 2025, full of magic and all your heart's desires. Lots of love.